Right, it was very important for me to bring you in. It is the month of July, and you'll say, hang on a minute, it was right back in April. It was indeed. And you'll say, but you never had this tractor, and you'd be right. That's true. That's because I've done that trick of where you don't press records, and we did a shed load of work. Now, I think on the end of the last session, we bought this field, which took us right down to 200 odd grand. Well, it's July. And I was sort of deliberating. I was thinking, oh, do I roll it back like I've always done before? And I thought, hang on a minute, hang on a minute. If you, this, what we're doing now is exactly the same as we did last time. In other words, what I'm trying to say is the results will be exactly the same. Now, I will show you what happens. Yeah, we did 41, we did 74. Now, obviously, they're fully grown because it's 3 months later. But we did, a lot has happened. I bought this little chap because this was ours. They're very kindly left to us by the map maker. So we were busy using this, like as you can see, for liming, which we did all of the fields, we did all of the fertilizer. Now the one thing I can show you is the results. Obviously the scanning of the fields that we did last session and all that type of stuff to sort of verify that what I'm saying is true. The numbers are a bit low, but they tend to be anyway, right? So yeah, if I was fibbing, they wouldn't be limed and they're pH perfect and nitrogen perfect too, because we did all three fields. In the sales, we did get quite a lot, and we've done very well. Let's pop up to the shop first. Now you've seen that one, that beautiful tractor. That was not the bestest of buys, but it is a good tractor. You will see over its shoulder that little beast. Yes, 348 horsepower. We did very well, even on hard economy. But I thought, well, I mean, I've got the fluffy mods as well. I mean, the chances of that, and this beautiful tractor, which I've not had in a while, the 348 horsepower big one. So I thought, well, this will be the lead tractor. But I thought, well, you're going to relinquish all of this. I thought, because really, what we're doing now is exactly the same. So how much money we earn now will prove to everybody that's exactly what we earned before. So therefore, I mean, you can also there is the money thing. So for once, we can sort of show that, so that you can say I've not injected them into the thing. The money screen does show. Is it the money one or is it? No, it's not that one. No, that just shows time played. I mean, yeah, we played 3.5 hours, so obviously that's another sort of a proof. I think it's the money one, which shows you what you purchased in all of the months, which sort of does show because it shows the vehicle released. All we've leased is the field scan, and we accidentally left it over another month, which is why it was a lot more. Land purchases, 28 for the first one. No, actually, new vehicles in April. Yeah, you can see a shed load of cash went out. May 39, 1, and June a monstrous amount of vehicles up here. So yeah, you can see that I've been buying. The other proof that you can't really, I don't know if I could now. I might be able to. I am good at editing, so I probably, which is why I always like to show this. But yeah, here's the proof of what we sold. It's a property income. Yeah, so wow, that's fairly stable apart from this month here. That's obviously the income from the generator. Sold products 43,000, 103, 63,000. That's 200,000 in sold products. Loan interest, production, delivery costs. Does that? We earn far more than that, though. I don't see where that's fibbing a bit. Construction costs. Yeah, we built another farm supply production. Mind you, it was. I don't think that's right. I don't. I mean, obviously, the biggest proof of all is when you look in your vehicles, it tells you. So if we go to this, you can see it's like got age. It's 19 months old. It is second hand, and also you can see by the cost, 16,000. It's 65 grand to buy that brand new. So if I bought it at the end of last session new, that would be like 55,000 or something like that. So that's proof of that. The tractor likewise. There's no way that would sell for that unless it was second hand. It's how many months old is that one? 8 months old, so it's fairly new, that one. But again, we've not been on the Let's Play 8 months, so we definitely haven't cheated with that. And this one here, the The Massey was the original one, which is also actually old. Oh no, it's all to start from scratch. You Wally, we bought everything, didn't we? So we know that already. We saw that in the original session, and this one we bought, as you can see by the price. Again, this is, I mean, at 34 months. I said this one is old. It really is. We've got the 3-point link on that as well, which that would show up in things. Anything else? Vasily, you saw at the beginning. That one, I think I highlighted the fact that we've got that. So I think, yeah, the other thing, I bought another one of those for the little ones to actually use the unit. See, they were full because they're literally only 3 months old, both of them. So, yeah. But I thought for once I'm not going to, because we're going to lose way too much. And I've done that before. I've done it on, well, I've done it where you get mod crashes and I lose, and then you completely random the rolls. So, but I thought we could, the smaller fields, I thought I could actually do this with just windrow and cuts. So yeah, they're just little, I'm trying to think if that's good enough explanation. I mean, we're up at 300,000 anyway. So what I mean is, I suppose looking at it, yeah, on hard economy, those fact at 200,000 on hard economy earnings is actually hard to do. It is. So we just cut all of our fields and did lose a lot of. Yeah, we'll show it. The rest of it is what we're going to do now. If we sort of show what we've got in the productions, you'll see it's going to be like, I mean, the water's immaterial, but like in this one here, there's no grass left. 390 tons of silage, which really is, we should have 780 odd tons of silage, although it's going to be split in two because we build another farm supply production in the edge of the other field, which again you won't have seen because we did it on the missing session here. If we go, we can actually go to that. So yes, I placed that, we fixed this, we've put water in and all the rest of it. So this is the second one because this is in between these two here. The other thing I said, just trying to think of the most important things that we actually mentioned on that session, was the fact that we can't afford the farmyard. The one that's closest to us is this one. This is hard economy. For me to earn 1 million to just buy that is, and I mean, you don't get a lot with it. That's expensive. Now, don't get me wrong, you could have a monstrous amount of animals and stuff like that, and I suppose we could, before we get too engrossed in the session of cutting the grass, we could sort of, if we just save the game now, investigate this, just to sort of show you, because we can inject cash. Let's see, can we? No, we won't be able to go over. We're only a stone throw away. We need to just jump over the gates. The grand gates are there. So this must be. I mean, to be honest though, that's a lot of cash. That's one of the dearest farms I've ever seen on any map. Period. So I mean, if this is the one we got, it isn't. Isn't this the one we actually started at, where we were on New Farmer, and I said, yeah, it looks very similar. So I really do hope that. So if we add 1 million, because it doesn't matter, we can add, yeah, it is, this is the farm. So you're getting £1 million property if you start on New Farmer, that is quite amazing. Yeah, that's the only reason I don't like doing those. If you do New Farmer and sell everything, when you get something like that, it really is. It's sort of a bit of a coup that it's hard to, although you can spend 1 million quite easy. Oh. Let's buy that property and just show everybody, yeah, that obviously it's cost and also what you get is what I'm looking at. Fantastic. So then, what do you get for your? Let's switch because I want to see why this is 1 million. What is so special about this place that it's 1 million? It's a standard silo, and I would imagine it is a standard grain silo. Just doesn't say that though. Yeah, we saw that sheds, loads of silage, but like, where are the animal places? And we get a load of hay as well for mixing. So we've got a mixing. This looks like animals. 200. Yeah, I can't. Macchione. Cattle shed. 200. That's respectable. 400,000 litre. So it's just a very large cattle place. Gordon Bennett. I could buy a field and put a. That's a bit of a deal, wasn't that? Is that it? Just a cow? Can't you looking at the animals? You can look at the animals that tell you what the. Wow, it's just that what? Oh, and it's crashed. It has crashed. It could be one of those where you can come out of it like that, but it did crash. I usually get that when you put productions down. So I'm going to leave it there. That we won't own this next session, but in my personal opinion, that is a little bit on the pricey side. It's not like, I mean, yeah, I was just on Gateshead, and that probably if you sold it was probably the same, but at least that had you've only got the cattle field. You not got like, I mean, the Gatehead, you got like 6 fields with it. That's a bit. Yeah, it's a little bit on the pricey side. If you, yeah, that farmer's obviously must be prime location. But yeah, we're not own this next time. I do like the grease block, the rendered sort of thing on that. That's nice. I'm going to leave it here. I'm going to start the session. I just wanted to put an addendum on the session, and we will get cracking with doing the work next. You know, literally, I mean, to you, I'll be just continuing straight away, but to me, I'm stopping recording now. I just wanted to, while it always hurts when you do these things. You think, oh, you Wally, you've not. And I always like to be transparent, but I thought, well, hang on, this is rather a unique opportunity because we're in exactly the same spot as we were. It does need ploughing as well, but that it needed ploughing last time. So what I mean is the amount that we do is going to be exactly the same this time as it was last. What I'm tempted to do is to grab a plough after we've cut this, or to cut one more time because it's not going to affect things because we're going to lose some growing time anyway. So if you cut it and plough it, it's really no difference to it being on growth stage 0 anyway. It's going to grow to one growth stage overnight anyway, so what doesn't make any difference? It's just this awful shed load of work, and we do need to like grab a grass. We could actually go and grab the weeder, the biggies that do catch crops. We could lease one of those. Would be probably the easiest way to do it and cheapest. It's not terrible. I've done it many a times when I've actually got the weeder in FS19. It was one of my favourite tricks, so we could go weeder the big Einbach, the 12 metre. It's 41,000 to lease that. And I think, if I remember rightly, it also, yeah, and we'll buy the plough, but we don't need to do it now because it's just going to incur leasing costs when there's no needs. We need to cut the grass. So yeah, I do sort of concur with what I said. You've seen how much we've earned from those 200 odd grand, and then obviously the 36,000, which was quite stable for the generator nearly every single month, which obviously that helped enormously. You sometimes forget about why you earned such a lot, and that was also an assist for that. But we've also been earning 200,000 on top of that, as we saw from the statistics. Anyway, I'm not going to waffle on. Yeah, I hope you'll join me on this coming session. I'm going to say that because I'm scooting. I shall see you shortly. Right, I'm checking that I'm recording this time. I do not want another one of those. Right. Yeah, sometimes you have to tailor a session to how you feel. And I really feel like I just want to like windrow and I want to use the fluffy mods. It's one of them, I'm really tired. I was going on a Blender tutorial and I haven't got the right mental attitude to do that. So I thought, well, on the simulator, I'm actually used to doing that. Why don't we just crack on with doing that? And I concur. It is definitely. So we're going to grab the Massey, which, well, no, actually, we want to let go of that one. I always do that. We could hook up, because the fence now going to be the extra. As in, like, we're not going to need the bale trailer. We've got the New Holland on the mower, so we're going to take the Massey, the original Massey, and that's going to, right, let's switch those zone markers off. It's not going to be too bad. I might need to do a little bit. It's still not quite right. It's going to get clocked by the mower, but we could sort of do that, although often if this is the start point, which I think it is, it's it's going to be a bit of a pain. Yeah. Beautiful grass, and it is Northern Ireland. I thought it would have been an Englishy type or a UK type name. So, with that in mind, it wants to be on euros. I believe it's still a matter of euros. So it is that one. Yep, rather than pounds. Seems strange for a UK country to have to be euros, but it is. I didn't know this. Valley Spring. So then, I'm going to go into a time-lapse because it is going to be a monster. I'd really want to prove that, obviously, the transparency that what we did last time is the same as this time. So, just not going to grab the baler. I'm just going to crack on. I'm going to grab all of the grass with the fluffing mods, and we're just going to like rinse and repeat all 3 fields, and then we're going to like see how well we did and all the rest of it. Because I really do want to show the transparency of it. I do like the map. I do still concur about the costs of the €1,000,000 for that. Seems a little bit pricey. It is one that you can, everything comes with the farm, so you can sell the farm lock, stock and smoking barrel, which is quite good, I think. So let's set this on field 74, and then I'm going to grab the fluffy mods and we're going to crack on. So 74, 8.4 meter, clear, load, activate. So I am going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. This takes me back. This does to FS19. Only I used to cut the grass every single day, which was really. I mean, mind you, FS19. I did say this the other day. It's you can mock now because obviously the growth cycles are like one day, one day, one day. But the third growth stage on FS19 was actually difficult to get. So really, the difference between first and second growth stage was minimal. But the difference between second and third growth stage was quite. I think it was a couple of days, or it's quite a bit. So I thought, I think it got quite a bit more grass, but it was still wasn't worth it. So I would just cut the grass every single day. I'm not going mad. I thought I'd grab a. If we're going to do loose, I'd really enjoy that. I do love using it. If you're sort of feeling a bit tired, you just like all you're doing is a single-minded hook in a line. That's it, and it's just nice to, like do that. I think, when you're tired, baling is quite a strong one. It really does require a lot of concentration. So, yeah, you start to make silly mistakes, and I knew I would. So I thought, let's just cut to the chase. I thought, let's come up and we'll shift everything around a bit. I'm sure we've actually got a hitch that can do this. It's a rare one. I think it should do, but I'm not sure if it does. There's a few of these that are the right hitch, but actually don't. Yeah, you can see it. It's definitely the right hitch. And we've got electrics to do it, but it just won't let us do it. Now I think headers, on the other hand, I'm sure they are. It's very hitched. So is that one, really. But I mean, what I mean is, some of them just don't seem to be equipped to do that, whereas this, as we can see, really is. We'll just put it out of the way a bit. It's not fair. I know we all know it's here for us, the player, but just if you're playing a bit realistic, even if you had a special dispensation, they'd want you to shift it out of the way a bit. And I doubt very much, really, if a shop would let you do this full stop. So yeah, we're going to grab, and if you're a good customer, we are. Yes, I reckon there's a pallet missing from there. It's the only thing that makes any sense with the spacing. Right, there's also, let's try and see through. I would imagine the door here is where you go in and to the. Oh, okay, you actually grab the box. Oh, okay. Intriguing. Now, where do we actually go to the. Oh, right. It's more like a work, I suppose. No, some little shops are a bit like this, though, really, I suppose. There are no items. I'm not surprised. I think we bought them all. Right, so we want telehandler tools, and we're going to buy a big back handler for the shifting of the stuff around. It is true. I don't mind doing. I mean, the only other thing that can do it is the quick, because it does look a bit more realistic. I suppose that's true. Let's go for the quick, because it looks more like like what it's meant to do. Oh, it's not in telehandler tools. That's why we don't go for it. Quarter support. It's actually got with just, and that is a leveler. Right, okay. Yeah, we can't do it, can we? No, not without an adapter. We could do an adapter, I suppose. Telehandler to yeah. Let's go for the adapter. And let's go for the big bag handler. You don't need an adapter, you Wally. It's weird. No, let's stick to what we were going to do. We were going to do the front loader, so let's stick to that's what confused me. I thought I can get the big bag handler. I can definitely get the big bag handler in this, and it's true I can. But that's not what we were looking for, is it? And I've gone all the way across. It's what I say when you're tied, you're in like with transport straps, and yes. Now, if I was doing baling, that would be perfect, but that's the proper one for like if you were going to do or we're going to do. And no, let's do colour. No, let's do colour red. And let's buy that. The brother-in-law's cheaper than the shop. Not sure if not all of them actually cost you to actually do that. I will buy a telehandler for up here at the store, so that the store has one. Let's get this on, and do we buy some? I think we're alright. I think we'll get through this year. We could sort of, well, actually, yeah, I've done this on purpose, as in like brought that up. I don't want to be putting a lot on it, and the reason why will become apparent shortly. Yes, thought the little mass is a little bit slow, really, for like travelling across the map. So I thought, well, we'll do something about that. We have now that this is sort of this has not been. We could actually carry the workers. No, I'll do it. I'm not worried. Yeah, we'll grab the little Massey. I would like to follow. Right, just been for me dinner. In fact, dinner? Tea at 1:38. No, definitely not tea. Definitely dinner. Sunday dinner at that. One thing my good lady does very well is make roast potatoes. Yeah, it's true. You go out for a dinner and they're just nothing like. She does lovely crispy ones. Quite small as well, like chops them so that they really go really crispy. And you go out, we went out for dinner with my uncle yesterday. Yeah, the roastators, they're just nothing like the roasters that you like. But I realise you can't expect a restaurant to match the way that you like things that's different to what everyone else. So it's a bit like bacon. I hate bacon. I remember one episode of the original All Creatures Great and Small. Yeah, the original, not the one that's on now, which is brilliant. It is, definitely. But yeah, the original one where he was served with bacon that was like really pink. The rind was really white. Looked like it'd been slapped in and slapped on, and he'd had a skin full of beer the night before, and he obviously felt sick, as you would do with such a thing. So right, let's follow this. Yeah, it's all done. It is. That's what I thought. I thought if we do this properly, this really does take me back. I got it into a right. No, I didn't do that very well, did I? You got it into a right routine that you were like, and it's sort of that in fact we could lead. No, because I don't think they like carrying things with straps. They're a bit weird. They're really not very strap friendly. If I send this go and it's not going to play ball. So I thought we'd stick this onto that, and then we'll follow with the fence, making sure we follow the right one. Yeah, every now and again you can actually refill this at the front, which it's not much of a difference really, because you could do it the other way. Now I think this one's wheels are too small, but you can sort of go on the very edge, if I remember rightly. It's really a bit of a scrawl, because it's not very powerful. Yeah, that's what I was hoping would happen. No, there's not room. I was going to think there's a room for the pen. Not with that front box though. Not really. Right, so we do want to strap that. It's the front one as well. Right, let's put that on follow. We want to follow the JCB, not the... Well, do we want to follow the... I think I've done that once before. It sort of does work, I think. Because it does move in a sense, and that it wouldn't try to catch up with the JCB. We should see. I have done it once before by mistake. This time we're trying it on purpose. Yeah, careful. So that. Yeah, I thought you all wouldn't want. It's going to be a bit of snatching goes on though. It always does with this type of thing. So I thought it was the easiest way to get everybody onto the field, and we'll set them going, and we'll see the water and everything should be good. And I want us to look very closely, just so as you can see that what we've got. Yeah, what we've got in the Farm Supply Productions, the two of them, is the same as what we had before. The other thing is, this is a short run, but I want to like no holes barred. So I want to like maximise. I've often pulled back now. We're going to have a shed load of silage, and it's like, yeah. The other thing is, I did read up. Obviously, that's why I know this is an Irish map, but there's a couple of areas that have been put down. But I'd like to build my own proper farmyard. I always sort of say that, and I put a couple of sheds down in a thing. I'd like to make this the farmyard and make it the best we can, right where we are. But obviously, the other thing is, I want animals, so I need to sort of like have a good look at that and see what's what. Right, so cool. Let's fill the fertilizer spreader at the back with fertilizer. And also the front box too. While that's filling, let's scroll. In fact, actually do the backs. The backs, yeah, that only needed a few litres, whereas that needs a bit. So we want field 77 fertilizer, clear load, activate. Should really be able to do this. Oh, might catch the TPS. See, we might get away with it if we pull forwards a bit quickly. Release him at Strat prison. And things should be going down nicely. Yeah, you sort of, you have plenty of now. You've got to be careful because otherwise it'll plonk that. So we want to do fertilizer. Yeah, now this has been improved. This is one thing I don't like, this new where you press a capital and it stops you typing anymore. I hate it. It's silly. I know probably why they've done it, but I do like the fact that it clears the course because it used to have this highlighted still. It may seem a little thing, but it is actually quite a large one. So then let's start this on first 2 because it's not going to take very long at all. We've got the whole team in this place. Just grab this one that's going to finish quite soon. Stake that wood in the last bit. It's only, yeah, just this little corner and that other corner. We would get most of it just by like a spray back. Where it hit things and drops down, that's what I meant. It's not spray back, it's not liquid. Right, so smashing. So I do think we will. It's a double gate, so we've got everything going for us. But I'm gonna. This space is tight, but we're also gonna look before we do that to see. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm gonna have to split this. I don't know how long it's gonna be. It's a bit of a monster. Yeah, there's apparently a couple of like places where you can build your own. And I don't know whether they're going to be these bits that are included, like with the map, where you get for 0. That might be why it's been done. It's a couple, it said. I think that's, yeah. It said there's quite a few farms, little ones, and the big million one. I would say that's a farm. Yeah, it's 300 grand. That's also a farm, and that's a biggie again. 177. Ah, now that might be what is close to that. Let's just go and visit. I say I did press space, honest. Go up the road, which is just up here. We're just going to go across and see if this is. Trouble is, it's an awful long way. That's what I'm thinking. So it's just over to the right of us. If we go down the road and across, it's this patch here. So is this one? If so, we sort of know a little bit what to look for. That this is one of the spots. It's not a. Oh no, this is a mini farm. Yeah, it is. Yeah, so this is one of the mini farms. Actually, quite a reasonable mini farm as well. Yeah, I mean, just with sheds. That's yeah, the sheds. They're not deletable. They come with. Oh, what else? It's a bit of a slightly dilapidated, and yeah. So there's is that? No, it's not. It's an optical illusion with shadows. Sometimes makes it look like there's a hole underneath, and there isn't. So that's one, and it's a farmyard. 173 might be this. That's 250. So that's got something on it. So I'm trying to look. Ah, what about that? Ooh. I need it. Value 0. Ah, interesting though. I would imagine that's my farm. Oh, we've just bought the biogas plant. Okay, I finally cottoned on. Oh, we could then, in that case, if we are getting given the biogas plant for 0, we could actually. It's going to be one of the little ones. It is. It's a chugger. It really is. It does. It's a 24. Basically, it's about 18 tons of silage a day. They're really not worth having, in my personal opinion. But the ground, if we could build on it, no, it's yeah. I'm glad we didn't buy it, or we did for 0. Yeah, the grounds are also very. So that's that. So let's sell it back because I'm yeah, not trying to sort of throw it back, but I just hate that. It's just so awful. It is. So no, thank you very much, map maker. But it's just not fit for purpose. So what is that? Farmers market. So it's not that one either. Definitely said 2 areas that could be developed for yourself. Now that is also for us to play with in the winter. It was said. So that's obviously a farm. So's that a little one. We get that one, but it's not very big. It looks like a little farm again. So I'm not sure where these areas are that we're supposed to develop. Because yeah, I mean that's a field. There's nothing that sort of says I'm a grey slab of like some maps do. I mean, GM Gamer when he does this, he's like got a slab of grey there. You to sort of clearly see. Everything else is to me is grey. Oh, why have we got that selected? We sort of own 50, but I think it's just the ground there. So whether it means this patch here, which I suppose if we got anything, it's just over the back of us, isn't it? Really, could visit that, and it's sort of opposite it. Oh, we're sort of stuck. Something's got me. It's go on, Ben. That was a bit awful. Right, so it really is this sort of land opposite us. This big patch of something, which really is just a stone throw away from where we actually are. So yeah, it's field 78. Let's have a look as the eagle flies and see where do we get into this. And you know, it's forestry. It is. It's a little forest and a big forest. It's all in different sort of states. So it's definitely not what I was thinking. Let's have a bit of a flyover because that's the thing that we can work on in winter. The stone, which I'd imagine has got stone on it. So I am not seeing. Yeah, I was right. That was a little farm as well. I'm not seeing anything specific. No, that's crop as well. Just being thorough because this is a short run, so I really do treat it as a. Wow, you can see our liming as sort of like a map review per se, where we're sort of showing the map off as well. So I'm sure everybody would want to know where are these slabs. If you are like me and you don't particularly well, or you've either not got a million to spare to buy a. Also, there is something which is quite strange and good as well. Although that's an awful lot of cash, is a million. There's also a free 200 cow pasture, which now that I thought, well, that's we've gone from rags to riches. We've got like one that's costing us a fortune, so that is a little. I think that's one we just looked at. So we're almost going all the way around, getting a bit of weirdness at the edge of the map. Well, I haven't seen anything at all. Not a single splodge of anything that resembles a patch of land that we could stick it on like the map says. So it's either I'm going blind or all my life. It's different. It probably looks different from the ground. Looks like somewhere's buried. There's like cities in water. Well, it's sort of almost gone all the way around. That's a big farm, that is. That's a big cow farm as well. Well, that's the farmer's market one. Yeah, we own that. Ah, what about that? Ooh, now this looks promising. Okay, so right above 93. Aha, I suppose it's not just been there. So it was sort of right near. So that does look quite suspicious that that's actually, yes, above 93. That might be the one. Yes, that looks promising. So where the biogas plant is, 63,000 for quite a large patch. So that's one. Let's look for something similar then, a bit mottled. Aha, that's not too far away, is it? Okay then, let's go and have a look because that's like a stone throw away from where we are. It's not part of the farm either. Yeah, so what I'm trying to do is, if that's a little too small, now we have got fields up this end. We could sort of like move up this end quite easily, and it's sort of there's a good. We'd have to shift everything, lock, stock, and smoke and barrel, but we'd have to first of all, obviously, where is the way in? Aha. Oh, it's a right angle entrance though. Yeah. Oh, it's actually it's just a pasture. So we were wrong on this one. But it could be a sellable one. Yeah, 164.2 is. Let's have a look at that because I'm suspecting now that one's the cow pasture and one's a sheep pasture, which is not necessarily. Let's look for some troughs. If not, then this could be. It's a bit hilly though. I mean, we might get this on New Farmer. I mean, obviously I said that's a million, but you may get the fields if you was on New Farmer. Yeah, I would. Yeah, it is as well. Yeah, right, and it's right next to the farm, so I suspect you get these two with the farm, but you don't necessarily. Obviously, we can't sort of see. They are very reasonable, so you could. I don't know if there's an. I think there was an adjoining gate. I'm sure I saw it out the corner of my eye to the field that we've got there, but it's obviously down the drive, so there's got to be access given by the farm if they don't own it. Wink, wink. That we could get into this the first field from this one, so it is still a possibility because this one's not too bad. And there's quite a few flattish areas that we could move into. We could make it our own. It's not a proper field, but there's definitely no entrance along this side here, and the entrance is down the side. So it would be. Oh no, it's not. Oh, it's not right angles exactly. This is a proper way to do a gate where you're going to do things like that. But it does show that access is really because we'd be coming in on ourselves. But I mean, you can do it too. You can see it has been, but it's tighter. It's double gate, so we could do it. So this is we could do it. We could literally get sort of buy this and sell the those, or I could hide them. So this is an option. Again, I'm not sure if this is the right one because that one really does look very much like. Trying to see if there's any more like that as a farm. It is. Trying to look for any. Oh, what about 160? Ah, 358. I think that's the other one. So it's right. So this you're not supposed to, but this would suit us more because we could move from 77 and make a much better farmyard here, which is actually close to these fields and the shop too. So it's a win-win. What are the fields like around? It's average. Oh, that's not. That's good. And 35 and 73. No, that's terrible. Yeah, so some are good, some are bad. That's all right. So we're only it's a short run, so I'm not going to buy half the map. But it is probably we could pull out. But right now, excuse me, we've got grass in now. We one thing we did want to do was check the grass so that we can see that I'm not fibbing about what happened last time. So we need to add it all up. And well, the easiest way. Oh yeah, but it's in two separate ones now. It was easier before because we could see it in all in one. So it's really the grass. Now, obviously, it will have been turned to silage in a little bit because we are chugging along. So this is the small one, 44 tons plus in this one, 390. So 430 odd, which actually we've done more this time. So it sort of does prove, I suppose, yeah, also, yeah, if you fertilise it, it might be that it wasn't fertilised. But it is true, the total amount of silage is the real kicker, as in like the first one, which I can't remember which this one would be, because we bought everything to it the first time, so we should have a shed load of silage. Okay, it's got to be this one then. It is. So so it was about 380, I think. I said so. It was 760 was the amount. I said so. It's done 15 tons already, 15,000 litres. So we've done it, and we've definitely not fibbed. If anything, we've done slightly better. Which we also, I did cut some of the corner swishes like that, which there's quite a bit of grass in that. So yeah, that would add up to a few tons. Nothing stupendous, but it could be the fertilising. If anything, I'd be under if I was wrong. So yeah, we have done it and proved that we did not lie or cheat. Yeah, no, I don't like that. Just don't see the reason why. Let's just fold that up as well. Can't let go. Although no, we can't. I'm happy with that. That's brilliant. That's a cracking session. So are we going to go through till the morning? No, I think that is. I'm happy with that as a session. It really is. We did a monster, really, when you consider. Although it would be nice to see the processing. I suppose next session we're going to shift because it's not going to take much for us to do this. I know we're going to lose a bit of value on things, but it is what it is. Productions. We could leave this as a production slab, but then I'd always like it to be near me. But you don't necessarily need. You could leave a member of the team up here to do the water and all the rest, and have it as a. Yeah. The other thing is, what would we? Yeah, I mean there is the pasture that is free. 200 animals as well. I'm not a massive fan of pastures though, if I'm honest. But we'll just look for the one by the map maker, which is Sanbuki Ladyhill 0. So it's still big. You can't see how big it is. You see how, yeah. Yeah, there's things in it, I think is what it's saying, because that's about the same size as that. This must be, it's not quite as wide. What about there? No, at no point is that, oh, it did there. Okay. So we could do it. 200 cows, but it's a temporary pasture, which I quite like the idea of that, because it's realistic. But what I'm thinking is, personally, would have been a short run is probably going for my standard, which would be this from Food Farmer. Wouldn't quite fit in, but there's not an awful lot of. It would sort of, if you did that right. We could have this then as the cow pasture stroke. We'd have a valid use for it. If you did that like that, just trying to find the. It's in the middle of the windmill, but you're not really gonna. That would work because we've got it in a field. We get it where it actually pops. It'll be the grass. There'll be some grass. So it would work there. No, not amazing. So we'd have a tiny bit of bleed where the animals. We might be able to do it better in a session or two, but I think that's what I'm going to do. I want animals, but we've not got time to go monstrously big. It's very reasonable. We'll probably buy the team up. We can keep this as a production slab. It is true. There's no real need to, but I don't think we're going to like cut it as grass anymore. How much to buy that? It wasn't terribly much, was it? I think we'll buy our new home the next session before we. So why is 169? Oh, that's the point. That was a farm down there. There's that there as well that we own. That's quite interesting. I think we should have a wander down there next session and not just do things off the fly, but actually take time and sort of do it. I would really like though to sort of show us how well we're going to do. Now, obviously, we put way too much grass in the other one, so it's going to take 2 months for it to process. So yeah, it needs to. We seem to have like it's got stalks growing already. Perhaps that's the harvested state. So maybe. Let's go through till the morning. We've looked in the sales already, and it is indeed 8 o'clock just. And we'll leave it at that point. But yeah, that are my plans. Short run, I'm trying to go no holes barred. So yeah, probably some kind of fertilizer business for the silage, and there's only one that you can actually do that with. So greens. Ooh, it would be the 800. It would be the 8. Now that is interesting. We don't need another biggie though. Do we need an? That'd be useful as a tractor, literally for. Yeah, I think we'll stick to that. It doesn't need to be terribly powerful. It's 40,000 for a real cracker. I think we'll do it. It would be silly to say no for that kind of cash, really. And it could go down and stay up here for the cows. Fantastic. I do like that front box as well, but we've got the desk voice does the same thing. The only time it really is very, very useful is if you like. So I think our team is more than enough now. We've got enough to hit all of our grass fields. So this is no longer going to be treated as a grass field. We're going to have our productions on here. Might move. It doesn't make much sense to have this. Really, it's got a lot of water in it and a lot of silage because, of course, from the first time. So I think we'll grab the silage out of it and stick that. Yeah, I think we will. We'll probably put the BDSSB because this is fairly flat in this, as close to that corner. It's a fairly meaty building. Let's just shift that. No, we'll do it next session. I'm trying to rush again. I'm trying to get Rome built in a day. So when you're tired, you just want to go on and on and on because you're tired. Yeah, so I'm going to leave it there. It's been a cracking session. We've done very well. We didn't do very well on selling though. Saying we went through a month. Not very well at all. That's true. What is happening? Why? Yeah, that's true. We really didn't do terribly well. There were 250,000 we did. Oh, well, the best way to look is at the cash. It would tell us what we earned in the month of July. July we earned 25,000, so it really was a bit poor. We've never done that poorly before. Obviously, we've got property income, that was tremendous, and that was very poor. So yeah, it's a bit. What went wrong there? Solid fertilizer. Have we got a shed load of digest? No. Well, that's a bit odd. Unless there was no water in the first one, but that means there'll be a load of digestate in it. Oh, there is. There you go. Oh, that's why. Someone didn't tell it to distribute. So it's not that it's gone wrong. It's that the person in charge didn't tell his workers to actually shift it. So we should get that in the morning. But I suppose really it's not going to hurt if we go through till tomorrow. We're not. This has still got a grow one more time. So yeah, we've looked in that. Let's go through. It's true. Because this time we should see quite a considerable bang, and it will have processed all of the grass as well as shifted. We might not process all of the digestate because we're really asking the production shed to do sort of 2 days worth, and it won't do that. It'll only process about 75 tons, so it may well have a glut of digestate because the Wally in charge actually we have a loan as well. That is true. So we should have quite a lot of digestate in the, if I'm correct, that is, in here. Yeah, you were right. It's nice to be right. It would have been nicer just to tick the box to say distribute. So we have got on hand 396 tons of silage in that one. And in this one, 439 tons of silage. So we have a shed load of silage that we are going to do the BDSSB in here. So, did we cut grass one last time? Would be October morning. This is not quite like third growth stage, isn't this? Is second, I believe. Or is it? No, it's got bits missing, I think. Don't know. We cut in July, August, September. It'll be October morning. Yeah, it would be tomorrow. So yeah, it's going to rain in a bit. So I think we will go for it because we're going to do our final cut in October, which we wouldn't normally do. So we're not losing anything by doing this, but we do want to go to 9, which means we need to speed things up. I just like this to move quickly, as in like, because that's the one beautiful thing about doing the grass business. It's you just hit your fields, then they need to grow, and then you literally go through and carry on and do rinse and repeat. Make sure you do your fertilizing and liming all the time, so everything's at top sort of whack. Yeah, it's missing all of the dry little things and the ears. You can see the little grass tufts, the odd little bits. This is what I was saying about another grass. It's not the same though, but it's very similar to. Oh, look at that cash, Gordon Bennett. Ah, cedar, cotton. Not very much use in Britain, but that's right. It's small, it is, but it is good. Let's do the transport wheels. Is that? I think you need a special tool then, don't you? Or does that actually do away with the need for the transport? I'm not sure because there's like a bar that you have to have if you do that where you hook it on. And it usually annoys me. I admit it. It's but it is, however, nice to have that. This one always turns up. This one by Mac Trucker. I mean, we don't need it. We've got a square baler, so yeah. But it's fantastic. We're up to 479,393. What we're going to do next, the BDSSB, even on hard economy, may actually sort of earn us rather a lot of cash, but it's going to be one massive hit. I suppose we could sort of then buy the. No, I think I'd prefer to. That's what I said, but this is not going to be the farmyard now. This is going to be the cow pasture. The farmyard is going to be where we said down at the bottom. So yeah, we're going to do that. So we're not moving per se. Actually, all we're doing is buying that field and rejigging it, and this will be our centre of operations, and that'll be our production slab basically. So plus obviously what we do in the farmyard as well. So we not buy that already. We said we were not going to rush it, but all we're doing is buying it. Absolutely yes. I'd imagine that's going to sort of show us that we now have animals. Yeah, we have. Wow, it scares the living daylights of me because that black thing. It does sort of lock up for a few seconds, because if you go back in, it's not black anymore. It's just some kind of weirdness when you first open your animals, which is very strange. That's where I'm going to leave it there. We're down to 438,461. We've checked the sales. We bought our other tractor. Let's just kind of have a quick look at because I didn't sort of, we still haven't bought a harvester, but then we're on grass at the minute, so yeah. So we've got these two. I think you've got to yeah, you do. You still need that additional thing. You have to fold it away. Let's have a look. You have to do. No, just detach. We need that special. Yeah, just need that special tool. And then when you stick it on, which I never remember which side it is, then you can get the unfold, and it goes, that other arm goes up. So yeah, we don't need it at the minute anyway, but we do need a plough. So let's buy that now, because we're going to need to rip our fields up after this last cut. I'm trying to hit this as hard as I would have done on FS19, which is to do all of our fields as many times as possible in the first year. What I used to do was we do as well as we could on grass, and then I would change, and my fields I would tear up, and I would go into arable. So I'd actually already bought my fields, but I might do the odd bit of grass. So we might actually sort of extend this and do the big one as an arable field and keep the little one, our original field, as yeah. Let's grab a plough. Yeah, keep the original one 74, not 77, because I know that's our original field. But with mulcher, absolutely yes. Bye. Fantastic. So that's ready for next session too. Let's buy that little transport tool, which is somewhere in miscellaneous. I think it's at the quite. It's either near the beginning or near the end. Trident tool. Okay, it looks like we're going the whole length. I just don't want to miss it. I know it is in here. I think it's the other end, but we're nearly through now. So it's just no. I thought it was around here with that little lot. Support big bag. Yeah, we still need one of those power washer hose, the PTO power washer by Kelly Modding, which is sort of like what I do already, but like with a proper thing that you attach. Oh, it is at this end. I should have trusted my instincts. Yeah, it is. Transport coupling for the Holes FS Massive Ferguson 326. There we go. Fantastic. So there we go. Let's just repair this quickly and the voucher. So we can just out records. Can't remember how this goes. I had it on Louis Normandy. I used it once. I think. Is it the high end or the low end? Low end. Oh no, it looks more like it matches Paris here. No, yeah, that's, I think it's a mouse action or something, or yeah, that's it. Do it with your right gamepad thing. Ooh, it's a bit lower, is it? No. So I've done something not right though, haven't I? It's not quite unfold. Lower, no, we'll just try lowering. Ah, you do. No. Ah, that. No. I think we're supposed to grab this on the other side. Do. It makes sense that the wheels like that are at the back, even though you can grab it because it's got identical things either side. I think that this is the right way to do it, which makes sense. So then you're actually raising to the right height for towing. Get there in the end. That's it. That's the way. It's brilliant. So let's grab the plough and fold it. Grab it this way. Okay. Right, let's repair this and then that is the end of the session. So we have a cedar and a planter, slightly smaller cedar, but nevertheless it also fertilises too, so yes, in that case, no, we'll do that session. I don't want to like rush it all or build Rome in a day, it's already been a monster session. So let's just repair what we've got. Fantastic. Oh, I don't know. It didn't say it needed repair. Oh, what's the plough, you Wally? Right, so then, yeah, all that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you can stick with me on this journey, and I'm going to say goodbye for now.